think when you talk about how to develop, strengthen communication, you really do have to recognize the differences in how men and women communicate. That's the first key. So that whereas me talking with one of my friends, female friends, you know, we're blah, 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 giving all the details, you know, going from A to Z. And, you know, if it's something that we enjoy, if it's something that we're concerned about, we're given every last detail. Whereas if I'm talking to my husband, I may give the details to him, but he may say, you know, yeah, that's really messed up. And I'm thinking, he doesn't even understand what I'm saying, or he doesn't care. And it's not that. When he said, yeah, that's really messed up, he thinks that he is conveying his sentiment about the same thing that I did, in the same way that I did.
Marriage is a work in process, and it's always a work in process. And it's a moving target because we grow and we have different, you know, so it's, I think that you have to be cognizant of that fact and never think that you've done it, because once you do that, I think you're in a danger zone.
You have to understand the differences in communication. Maybe the compromise is that I don't give as much information, or I don't just, you know, talk about it ad nauseum, and he might talk about it or express his thoughts and his concerns a little more. And so you have to find that middle ground in communication, and you have to be willing to let the other person be who they are. So if he only says one sentence, then I know that that's not a diss towards me or not him not being considerate. It's simply, that's just how he communicates.
Poor communication leads to no communication because it becomes too frustrating, and what people tend to do is they avoid the communication process. You know, why go through this? It's not going to be, it's going to be unfulfilling. So you're right, poor communication leads to no communication. No communication, obviously, is the cliff. You know, you go over the cliff at that point because communication is essential.
Poor communication can affect a marriage because if you communicate poorly, if you don't listen, if you are not clear in your statements, then you end up with a lot of bad feelings, a lot of misconceptions, just the inability to reach that person. And if you can't reach that person, it's hard to live with them, it's hard to grow with them, it's hard to build anything with them because you're not communicating.